From 2007 till 2015, three times I had to close my business. When we say past life regression, we don't do past life regression directly. So everybody falls into kinesthetic, but there are only 70% people who can visualize everything. Hypno-Heal can do wonders. Within 15 minutes, we can release all those pains, those emotions. Emotions stuck in different parts of your body. It could be from your past life, it could be from your childhood memories also. He's a male, he's my friend, and he started speaking as a female. That person comes with a very heavy heart, with a lot of issues, and when we clear all these things during this session, they feel very light. Most important thing, after a past life regression session, it doesn't take much time for the changes to happen in their life. If somebody has that willpower that I am not going to past life, not even God can take them to a past life.
Hello and welcome to this episode. This is your host Seema, and joining me on this journey is Dr. Gopal Maheshwari. In here, the topic is about tapping into different modalities related to the power of subconscious. Dr. Gopal Maheshwari is a certified past life regression therapist. He has more than 8 years of experience working in the field. Welcome, Dr. Maheshwari.
Thank you, Seema.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. So before we get into the questions, which I'm sure I have on my mind, so many viewers do as well, sparked your interest to past life regression therapy. And there is another word which I know when I went and visited your website. It's called Hypno-Heal. How did you get started in this field?
So back in 2007, I was into my family business when I started my career, and I was into ceramics. We used to import and we used to do printing on ceramic tiles. And from 2007 till 2015, incidents happened where three times I had to close my business. Twice because of flood, and once because of there was a fire incident in my factory. After every 2.5, 3 years, we used to reach at a height in our business, and after suddenly we had to close down the business and again restart everything from the scratch. So I was little frustrated in 2015. Felt that it's a repeated pattern happening in my life. So finally in 2015, I was compelled to look for an astrologer or find a solution that why these repeated patterns. Is it karma or what is it? I visited few astrologers, numerologists, tarot card readers, got some answers, but I was not assured that, these things would work. Finally, I came to know about past life regression from my friend, and that time it was not that evolved. And finally, in January or I think February in 2016, I took my first past life regression where I came to know that what are my lessons, what are my purpose of this life. And that's how I learned that family business which I was doing, it doesn't matches my purpose of this life. Finally, I understood that I have to be in predictive science, and I was suggested, why don't you go and learn numerology or astrology. And finally, I thought, when this past life regression changed my whole life, my career, everything, why can't I start my career in this? I learned it from almost like 4 or 5 institute in India and abroad, and that's how I entered in this past life regression. And the first 3 years, I did more than 550 sessions, and then I started my coaching, and that's how I am here in 2024. I have more than 1,800 students who have taken advanced course, and I have more than 30,000 students who have taken my level one. That's like 3-day workshop. I keep conducting 3-day workshop every month. And about Hypno-Heal, yes. So traditional hypnotherapy takes a lot of time to heal. So Hypno-Heal is something where I have used modalities from NLP, from hypnosis, from past life regression, from transpersonal hypnotherapy, and I have sort of mixed everything best out of all the techniques, and that's how we work with that. So in my workshop, I'm not sure if you have attended my workshop, but in our workshop live, we do a lot of sessions where in 15 minutes we heal a lot of psychosomatic problems. Could be migraine, could be headaches, could be frozen shoulder, joint pain, a lot of things we heal live. There are like 30, 40 people, they raise their hand and we do healing, and immediately we take their reviews as well. And a lot of people, they had these issues for 4 or 5 years, and instantly within 15 minutes we rewire their subconscious and they give their reviews during these workshops. This is all about past life regression and hypno-heal technique.
So, for someone who is not aware of the word hypno-heal, what's the clear difference? Because whatever is going on in social media, there are so many fake narratives as well, not judging anyone, everyone has different abilities. But
True.
something that will come from you, I think it will have a great impact on people since you have dealt with so many issues and helped so many people that way. So, what's the difference between past life regression and hypnoheal?
Okay. So there are few modalities, Seema. Past life regression is one of the modality. It's power of subconscious mind, right? So there is something called hypnotherapy where we release, all the issues from body and mind. Subconscious mind has that power to release these issues from the body. That's hypnotherapy. Then there is something called hypno-heal, which I call it as hypno-heal, where I have taken few techniques from NLP, from hypnosis, from PLR, from transpersonal hypnotherapy, and I've mixed it, and it's like best out of all the techniques, and I have developed it as hypno-heal. Then there is something called past life regression, where if a person is going through some issues in this life, and we understand that there is some root cause to any problem in their past life, and we sort of take them to that specific past life, they see that, they feel that, and we release those traumas, those emotions, those anger, frustration, that loneliness, sadness, guilt, grief, whatever they are carrying from their past life. We release that pain, fear, everything from that life, and automatically things change in this life. So ultimately, it is all about power of subconscious mind. Once subconscious mind is convinced that yes, these things has been released, automatically changes takes place in this life. So it's all rewiring the subconscious.
And, Doctor, how do you prepare your clients for past life regression session?
Whenever a client approaches me, we sort of divide the whole process into two parts because past life regression cannot be done instantly, right? We have to prepare the subconscious mind. So first, I call them for a pre-consultation session where I just charge only 25% of the actual fees. And during that 30 minutes call, first thing is I understand what are the issues from whether it is coming from this current life, whether it is coming from the current circumstances, or if it is from past life. Because when we say past life regression, we don't do past life regression directly. First, we do age and womb regression, where we regress them through this current age. Then we take them when they were fetus was in mother's womb, and then we take them to the past life. So first, we do a pre-consultation where we understand where these issues are coming from, and then we understand whether their subconscious mind is prepared for this session or not. Then we give them a guided imagery, and then finally, when we get the feedback that yes, subconscious is prepared, then that's when we call them for a past life regression session. And there are two kind of personalities: visual and kinesthetic. Everyone is kinesthetic. Kinesthetic is nothing but people who can touch, taste, and feel. So everybody falls into kinesthetic, but there are only 70% people who can visualize everything. So people, if they can visualize these things, we check in our pre-session only. If person is visual, then we go ahead with the past life regression session. If not, then I always suggest not to go for a PLR session, rather go for a hypno-heal session.
Sure. And what's the most common reason that people, seek out past life regression therapy?
See, there are a lot of issues. It could be related to health, it could be related to wealth, finance, it could be related to relationship. There are a lot of financial blockages where people they don't understand, let's say money flows in, but it flows out immediately. And there are financial blockages where person is like, working a lot, but still he's not able to grow in their career. And there are like,
Mhm.
health issues where a lot of psychosomatic issues are there. Let's say depression, anxiety, pains in different parts of body where it is not physical damage is not there. Let's say if somebody has pain in their back, right? And if it is due to their disc displacement or something, like hypnoheal cannot work there, right? But if it is
Mhm.
only psychosomatic pain or psychosomatic problem, yes, hypnoheal can do wonders. Within 15 minutes, we can release all those pains, those emotions. It's generally, emotions struck in different parts of your body. It could be from your past life, it could be from your childhood memories also. So as we rewire subconscious, automatically you release these pains, and we do these live in our workshops.
And do you have any live sessions related to, for example, you were saying about divorce?
Yes, yes, we have do a lot of sessions. Only thing is, it's very confidential. But yes, when I do past life regression during our advanced course for my students, Those sessions we do have, and I've edited them, and I've with their due permission, I have 3 4 minutes clip where we have explained how past litigation is done. Let me pull out that video for you.
Thank you. That would be great. Can you share any particular session, any specific memorable past life regression session you have facilitated that's so close to you that you still cannot forget it, Doctor?
Well, there are a lot of past life regression sessions I have done. One, which I still remember, is like, I had done it for my friend. He just came to my office and he said, Gopal, let me see if you can do a session for me. And I said, what is the issue? He said, I cannot drive. I'm very conscious while driving. And, when I did his past life regression session, and he was in very deep trance, and he sort of, changed his, he's a male, he's my friend, and, he started speaking as if he's a female. Then, Gopal, I'm going, and voice became like a lady, sort of lady, and the gender also became like a lady. And I was like laughing since he was my friend. And later when I showed him the recording, and he was laughing, oh, I did this. So yes, there are sessions, and past life regression is just a therapeutical session. We do it for
Yeah.
therapy. There are session done for understanding what are the lessons and purpose of the life, which we call it as beyond life regression. In the US, they call it as life between life. In India, we call it as beyond life regression, where when a person dies and soul goes to the higher realms, there are a lot of beautiful moments. There is something called a soul family, that who all are there in your soul family, right? And how many lives have you lived with this person? What was your name in those specific lives? What were the relationships in those lives? We can explore very, I mean, it's a beautiful session. You come to know, okay, with this person, I have lived so many lives, and these were the lives, these were the relationships, and this was my name. And then what are the soul contracts, soul agreements, or everything is made there. Before we incarnate, we make all the soul contracts. Who will be my father? Who will be my husband, my kids, and what date and time will I take birth, and when will I die? Everything is already destined. It's all fixed, and then soul comes to the earth, right? And there is something called soul council. What you have not done in your previous life, which you were supposed to do. So soul gets that wisdom that you had to do these things which you could not somehow do, or you could not achieve your purpose, and this is what you have to do in the next life. So it's like beautiful session, and there are a lot of beautiful moments. So I love doing beyond life regression. Somebody is really interested in understanding their spiritual path. So yes, we have this beyond life regression for them. There you get a lot of wisdom which we have not even heard. A lot of things come in those sessions. So yes, I love doing this beyond life regression than past life regression.
And since it's like emotional up and down, like a roller coaster ride during the
Yeah,
sessions as well, how do you ensure that the client is emotionally, well looked after
yeah.
even during or after the session?
So during this session, let's say if client becomes emotional and they start, one thing is they cry, that is good because emotions surface and we release those emotions from that life, and that's how they feel change in this life. But in case there is something called abreaction where client cries a lot out
Mhm.
of the way. There, we just give an instruction to them that now you will not feel these emotions, you will start seeing everything as a third person. Once we give this instruction to the subconscious, they will start seeing everything as a third person, they will not feel anything, right? So there's a disadvantage that healing won't be that great, but yes, instantly they will stop crying. So during this session we can do that, and after this session, because a person comes with a very heavy heart with a lot of issues, and when we clear all these things during this session, they feel very light. So
Mhm.
before they leave our office, we make sure that they feel light, they have released everything, and still 95% sessions I do online, because I do these sessions across globe, 6 different time zones, and sessions are recorded on Zoom. Generally, I ask my clients to watch this session within 24 hours, so they get a lot of insights even after this session. And people, they feel great, they feel relaxed, they feel relieved after this session. And most important thing, after a past life regression session, it doesn't take much time for the changes to happen in their life. Let's say if it is health, nothing more than 2 to 3 hours, things change in the life. If it is relationship or finance, yes, it takes 3 to 4 weeks and things change in the life.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. The concept of soul contract. How is it related to past life regression?
Well, soul contract is not exactly related to past life regression. Past life regression is something like, emotions which are coming from past life. Let's say somebody has fear of water, somebody has fear of driving. So when we regress them to a specific past life, they see that at the last moment of their life, when they died in that life, they carry a lot of emotions, they carry a lot of pain, a lot of fear from that life to this life. So we sort of, somebody has fear of driving, or fear of, let's say, going in a flight, or claustrophobia, or fear of water. It's a technique to take them to that specific past life. They see everything, and at their death moment, when a client is out of their body, soul comes out, we release all those emotions which they had felt in that life, the pain, the fear, frustration, everything we release in that life. As you release all these emotions in that life, automatically things will change in this life.
Okay. And you must be, coming across so many people, like especially skeptics who question the validity of, past life regression, or they're resistant to even the concept of it.
True.
How do you handle those kind of people?
I don't have to handle those people. Like, if somebody believes in the session, they'll come to me. If they just want to test me, let them pay and let them come, let them get a session done. If they surrender, session will happen. If somebody has that willpower that I am not going to past life, not even God can take them to a past life. If person is, he really wishes to change their life, they are most welcome to get this session done. They are most welcome to get trained in this advanced training. If they don't believe, it is absolutely okay. There are a lot of other things in life to do, right? They don't have to come to this.
That's true. And Dr. Maheshwari, can you share any success stories, or even testimonials from clients who have undergone past life regression therapy with you? And I'm sure they would have seen lots of changes in their lives, betterment. Do you have?
Yeah, I do have a lot of testimonials. If you go to my YouTube channel, I have more than like 200 live video reviews during the 3-day past life regression workshop. I keep conducting these workshop, and cost of this workshop is less than price of a coffee. So it's sort of charitable sessions we do there. It's a 3-day workshop, like in 2 hours a day, and we conduct 7 live sessions: Hypno-Heal session, past life regression session, rewiring subconscious, and we explain everything how power of subconscious can change person's life. So anyone who really wishes to attend past life, or they don't understand whether it will work or not, I always invite them to this workshop. They can always come to this workshop. They attend this 3-day workshop, and they understand what is the power of subconscious mind, because when they see so many people getting relieved of their pain, their emotions, their there is something called releasing painful memories within, like, 25 minutes session. People can actually release their painful memories, right? So a lot of people, they start laughing, how can someone do that? I always tell them, just attend this 3-day workshop and see if it is possible or not.
I think you're doing such a commendable job by getting people to understand the concept prior to coming to you, even for learning
So
or doing a session. And how do you ensure client safety, like confidentiality and comfort during the session?
the sessions are confidential because there is no point. We record all the sessions and we give it to the client, and automatically sessions get deleted. So even on YouTube, if you see, we don't upload these sessions. It takes 120 to 150 minutes to complete a session. Even if you see, I have uploaded only 2 to 3 minutes clips, snippets of a session, that too with my client's permission, and those clients are my students. And we don't release the whole past life regression. I've seen a lot of people, for the just for their advertisement, they have released somebody's PLR session. It's not right. It's not ethical. When I say past life regression online, they're absolutely like, they are in the most comfortable zone. They are at their own house. They are in their own bedroom. They don't have to come to my studio. They don't have to do these sessions face to face. So they are
Mhm.
absolutely comfortable because these sessions are done online, and I give recording to these sessions. It is absolutely 100% confidential. They are very much at their home. They don't have to travel. They don't have to find a good therapist nearby. It is important to check therapist credibility. How long is this person doing these sessions? Whether he has good reviews over Google, over Facebook. You can always check their social media accounts. It's important to, because it's not very difficult to take someone to past life. The most important thing is to heal, to release those emotions, that fear, that pain, what they're carrying from that past life, is important to release those things, bring change to client's life, right? That's the most important thing. So I would suggest, anyone who goes for a past life regression session, always check certification of your therapist and then go for a PLR session.
There's so much to learn from you. The most important thing that Dr. Maheshwari has learned from working as a past life regression therapist, what would that be?
Working as pastliferegression therapist is my ethics, that we must not just to earn money. Even I have seen a lot of podcasts where people, they say that a lot of people, they get stuck in past life. I have never seen a session. I have done more than 1800 sessions. My students, they must have done more than 8000 sessions by now. We have never seen a case where a person can stuck in past life, because person's conscious mind is always there with him. We don't take our clients to a past dimension, we just make them access their subconscious. They get those memory from their subconscious mind, but their conscious mind is always active. If I ask them any unethical question, they will just say, no, I would not like to answer this. And even internet gets disconnected, laptop freezes, it is absolutely okay. Client will not listen to me, they won't hear my voice for 5 minutes. They'll just get up, they will restart the laptop, they will connect, and we'll connect the session again. There are a lot of myths on YouTube and a lot of podcasts that people, they get struck and everything. Nothing like that. So past life regression is also, I believe, it's a spiritual come scientific session. You release something from your subconscious and automatically things change in this life.
Very interesting to know. So, what advice would you give to someone who is considering past life regression therapy, to learn it or to have a session with you?
Only advice I would like to give is check where your therapist has learned it from, or how many sessions they have done, or do they really have good, genuine reviews on Google or on their YouTube, whether they are compatible enough or not. So it's important.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gopal Maheshwari, for sharing all the insight and your expertise in the field. Those who want to learn from you, I think they should visit your website, which is gopalmaheshwari.in, and also your YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Really appreciate
Most
it.
welcome. Most welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Seema. Thank you so much.
Thank you.